Puts up a tough shot. Bounces around. Goes in at the buzzer. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh!
It's population.
That's how you win a game.
It's population. We hustle every day to find picks. You can tell us if you want to get rich. It's population. We robbing Underdog and PrizePicks. We the best in this biz. You ain't telling us shit. It's population. We love making money quick, fast. Cooking up a team card. The whole crew about to smash. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash. The dopest team you ever seen. Winning money, stacking G's. Bookies setting traps, but they'll never catch me. Some people get addicted like rats to the cheese, but I got one obligation to bring Johnny to his knees. Holding back the props till the morning he knows. They'll be fishing in the shack, plotting nukes with the bros. Only with craw, never reload. Underrated to my amigos. We go with the honest, we seeking the bloods. We know when a fucking cheat code. Party that I'm sweating, it can't be good for my health. Some may call it making bets, I call it investing in myself. I'm picking props like stocks. Population for the win. Got my sips in by the buzzer now. Let the games begin. It's population. It's population. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash.
All the kids are excited that you're here. Yay!
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Can't complain. I saw a lot of green yesterday on that sheet. I wasn't around to get it. What do they say? Take it all in. I wasn't around to take it all in, but goodness me, show me what I missed. Shit.
Yeah, you had a busy day. It was an awesome day, man. It went from being like, big slates are stressful to go navigate through, but we had some really strong leans, me and you, on the stream together, and like the Cade and Claxton we felt really good about. We took the alt unders, but they went under their normal lines too. Felt really good about those, and felt really good about Jokic and AD and their matchups. They crushed their first half props and their first quarter props. Jokic got his first quarter 18.5 PRA on Underdog, and then AD crushed his first quarter points. Obviously, I think he had 22 points or something like that in the first quarter. And he got his first half fantasy, and then Zion smash spot. He crushed against the Raptors, who bleed points in the paint, and that's what he does. Yeah, great day overall, and the Mavs were straightforward with Gafford and PJ Washington, and Giannis. Said on stream the 30 fantasy first half was high, but I just knew he was going to crush it, man, with that thin front court of the Jazz and how much they turn it over and give it up in the paint. It was just a great spot for him. So he got that done. Got on some plays late, and that's why you should never get on plays late. I got on them after stream. We didn't even talk about them on stream. It's like right before lock. I got on Bam and Jalen Duren's unders. They went over. Bam had double overtime, fake assist game. We'll be coming for him. He's not that dude. Magic right now, man, they're not the same. The defense is definitely not the same. Gogo came back, but he played limited minutes. And I feel like ever since Ben Caro's been back, and especially Franz, that defense is not what it used to be. So we can't treat their defense like we did in the first portion of the season, that's for sure. But yeah, great day. I always have a personal rule for myself after a really, really good day. I take it easy the next day to not give any of it back to the bookies. And this would be the day to do it because we only have 4 games.
I like that.
And they're not the best games, guys. They're not the best games because we have we looked at it yesterday. We have 5 teams on back-to-back. We have the Jazz, we have the Lakers, we have the Rockets, we have the Hawks, we have the Bucks. That's 5 teams on a back-to-back here. The Lakers had to travel from North Carolina up to Philly overnight, and then the Bucks had to travel from Utah to Portland, and the Rockets traveled from Boston to Atlanta, coming off a huge win Udoka being back in Boston, all that history he had, getting basically fired for some adultery, some bad behavior in the organization. But yeah, he got his revenge. Eamon Thompson hit the game-winning shot over Jaylen Brown. Did a little jab on him and buried it to win the game. Dylan Brooks hit 10 threes. Can you believe that? Underrated?
Never.
Dropped 33.
This must be a dream.
He did.
How?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I guess Udoka motivated him, got him up for this game. He got all the players up for that game. That was a huge win for them. Albeit Celtics didn't have Derek White or Sam Hauser. They weren't full strength, but they were somewhat. What's up with Eamon Thompson, man? Is he the best player on the Rockets right now? I mean, he's been the most consistent.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was watching some ESPN yesterday a little bit, just in the background, and they were talking about how he's been just balling like crazy.
Yeah, he's putting up points, not even getting it from like the 3-point line, like most of the NBA is nowadays. He's just scoring.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he scoring like that? Is that Is that his career high, or has he been doing this 33?
I believe that was his career high. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
But he's on one right now, man.
I never looked at him like a really as good scorer like that. Just thought he was
just like, yeah, he's just super athletic, dude.
Yeah.
Way better than his brother, that's for sure. But yeah, huge minutes yesterday, right? He played 42 minutes.
Yeesh. Is he tired? Probably not.
He's young, though.
Yeah.
He's young. But I don't know. We'll have to look into him when we get to that game on back-to-backs, how he does. Seems like he does all right, so still plays big minutes. We'll get to that. Let's start with the Lakers-Sixers. Looks like Lakers are full go, even being on a back-to-back. Sixers are not, right? We got no Paul George, no Embiid, no Drummond. Yabu was questionable. Is he ruled in now?
Trey hasn't cut his hair still.
Nah.
This dude.
Why
Why does he do that? Look at his beard even. Like, what is he doing?
He's threatening us.
It's like Tim Duncan. He just doesn't give a fuck. I guess that's cool.
Yeah. I don't see... he's probable. Okay. Rui's back too. Missed last game. Okay, so the only major questionable tags today are Trae Young and Ayton.
I saw you talking about going under Ayton, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. We just need him to play. That's the problem. He's missed, what, last 4 games or something?
Oh,
Some
they
knee
give us
issue?
no props for him yet, huh?
No, they have props for him.
Oh.
But if he played it, it might just DMP.
Yeah, that's okay.
Terrible matchup for him. Terrible matchup. Okay. So, look at this. Kings open to trading Fox. Is that because how well Monk is playing? And
Monk,
kind of redundant.
about to be an all-star.
Wow, they're gonna give up. They'll have given up Halliburton and then now Fox.
Man, if De'Aaron Fox goes to a fun team, like a good team, he could be people's favorite player here soon. Like he's a cool player to cheer for. I feel like.
Yeah. Gosh, imagine if he went to the Lakers. Oh my gosh.
Oh, everyone would love him.
See, they need a ball dominant guard, but they also need a center. AD has said multiple times that he wants to play the power forward again. Like when they won the finals in the bubble, AD played the 4 the entire season because it was Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee splitting the 5, and AD said like that's when he's at his best, playing the 4, and he's been asking for a center for the last 2 years, and they won't give it to him. So there's a lot of trade rumors that they could acquire a center. I think the most logical would be Clint Capella because the Hawks are probably going to ship him off because Okongwu's pretty much taking over the starting role and dominating the minutes, and they barely go to Clint anymore. So he's probably on the trade block. And they could probably get him on the cheap. Otherwise, they're going to have to give up a lot to get a decent center. I feel like it's either J-Val or Clint. Probably don't want J-Val. But yeah, that's not here nor there. I don't play any Sixers, man, whatsoever. It's good for DFS because you get guys on the cheap playing solid minutes. Guys like Edwards. Eric Gordon's minutes are all over the place. This guy played 38 minutes against the Cavs, but prior to that, he was playing like 19 minutes, 21, 28, 30, 29. Super volatile. I don't know what Nick Nurse is doing with him, man. And it's Eric Gordon. So, if anything, I'd like to go under on him. Yabu, he's dealing with. What is he dealing with?
I don't know, man. But I know AOD's here.
What up, AO? He's dealing with.
AO's in the court now too. That's the best. He said, "I'm in the club. Let's fuck these
bro.
bookies in the eye hole." Pause.
What are you dealing with?
J. Cole says, "Light
Neat.
after a big day," with a salute
Yes, sir.
emoji. He's with it.
Yes, sir. This slate feels like a trap slate. Give all of those coins back.
Nope, not gonna fall for it. Banana in the tailpipe.
It looks like Miles swelling in the knee. I don't know. He could hit some threes, though, in this matchup, especially in transition. I would just leave him alone. 50-50 on the over or the under. And Maxey, I would just live bet him, see how he's doing. He's very hit or miss this season. If he comes out, yeah, just streaky overall. So I would only live bet him. I'm good on the Sixers, guys. I guess he one of these, like, Counselor Edwards, someone, even a tryhard Oubre showing up against tired Lakers, because Lakers went full distance against the Hornets, surprisingly, because LaMelo left the game after the first 8 minutes, and the Hornets hung in there. The Lakers only won by 5, so the starters had to play decent minutes, right? AD 37, LeBron 36. I'm sure they were hoping to get in and out of that game with ease. The Air team played 38, so I'd be a little tired here traveling up northeast too from the southeast coast, so never know, man. AD, he was a taco. If you look at his on back-to-back, his PRA, he's gotten that taco 3 out of the 4 games. He didn't get it against the T-Wolves. They lost by 29. But he only won over this 42.5 PRA once against the Pelicans. Revenge game for him, right? In New Orleans, too. Great matchup, though. Philly's given up the 3rd most points near the rim, obviously. No Embiid. No big body down low. So you should have an easy time scoring. And they are giving up 8th worst defensive rating, bottom 10 points allowed in the paint. They're giving up a lot of assists, 9th most assists, and their average on rebounds. But I feel like they're going to give a lot of rebounds to AD and LeBron and others near the paint here. I feel like they're bleeding rebounds to bigs, so it's just a matter of I just hate playing guys on back-to-backs, man. Especially after a monster game like that. I mean, what did he have yesterday total? 67 PRA, 42 points, 23 rebounds. Oh, man. You know how AD is, man. He could come out tired. I don't know.
You know how you said Jokic yesterday was going to have video game numbers, and AD, and your rule is you can't play guys off their best game, especially back-to-back, and it's AD on top of it. You'd play that, bro, and like halfway through the game, you'd be like, fuck, I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Yep. For sure, man. So
It's a better safe than sorry thing too, you know. Even if he does go off, you can't be mad at yourself. You still did the right thing. If you feel that way.
yeah. Look at this. Dropped 33 points on the Jazz, and then on the back-to-back the next day, put up 12 against the T-Wolves. So it's a great spot, though, man. So I'm not trying to talk anyone off of it. On paper, it's smash, but he's got that back-to-back. Always there in the back of the mind. One thing I would be interested in would be like, since the Sixers are giving up so many assists, I would like either LeBron or AR-15's assists here. Problem is, like, they're really splitting the potentials pretty much down the middle. It's like 15-15, right? So I feel like AR-15's right there on the line at 6.5. Maybe consider his RA if it's 10.5. Yeah, it's 10.5. It's not too bad, but it is juice on the over. Minus 150 on Fliff. It's not the best value there. But the 6.5, I would say it's mid-tier. LeBron, he's at his usual 8.5. It's pretty high, man. Minus 145 on Fliff. It's not good value at all. So how is LeBron on a back-to-back? He's gotten his PRA twice. Hawks favorable matchup. Kings favorable matchup. He didn't do much in those other games. Pelicans and Spurs, T-Wolves. Well, they got blown out against the T-Wolves, so it's scary to take any unders, hoping that, you know, old man like LeBron on a back-to-back is against the Sixers, because they are not it on defense. So I don't know, man. This game feels weird. If the Lakers went on a back-to-back, I'd feel better about it. But if you're feeling risky enough and want to take the risk with a back-to-back and say screw it, just load up, I get it. Okay. Am I missing anything? Let's see, Rui could score in transition. 11.5 points for him feels a little high with everyone playing. But again, scary going against the Sixers. Under versus the Sixers, so. Moving on. Rockets at Hawks. Again, back-to-back, and a huge game. Huge minutes. Emotional win for their coaches. Against his coach's former team at the buzzer, beating one of the best Eastern Conference teams, Celtics. So how do the Rockets respond today? Good matchup in terms of scoring in the paint. Hawks lately are just, ever since I feel like they moved to Kongwu to starting at the 5 and center, they've been bleeding points near the rim. But I can't play Sengun's over. Yeah, they're giving up the second most points near the rim to centers. Gobert had 18 points. To put it in perspective, good old Gobert had 18 points, bro, against the Hawks yesterday. That's wild. That's a lot for Gobert. That just shows their defense near the rim is not it right now. So yeah, that's, guys like Sengun, guys like Eamon Thompson. He's gonna get 65% of his points near the rim. A lot of in transition, driving to the basket. But they also give up the 3-ball too, right? So Jalen Green, yeah, they're still dead last in 3-point defense against the 2-guard. So he could have a good game. He was shut down by the Celtics. They were really trapping him on the 3-point line. If you watch that game, I wanted to see why he shot so bad. He was 3 of 13. They were just blitzing him. But I don't think the Hawks will do that today. It kind of sucks that Dyson Daniels is back because he's their best on-ball defender. So he's probably going to switch on and off on Jalen Green, Eamon Thompson, and Fred. But I imagine it'll mainly focus on Jalen Green and Eamon Thompson. Would have felt a little bit better about Jalen Green if Dyson was out. But still, the Hawks are terrible against pick and roll ball handlers, and that's where Jalen Green's getting a lot of his points. They're bottom 3 in that. I think Jalen opened at 21.5, but since then he's bumped to 22.5. Still juice on the over 22.5. On paper, it all lines up, man. He's just got to make his shots, right? He's just got to make his threes. Can't go 1 of 6 from 3. 3 of 13 from the field. But on paper, makes total sense. And he played the least minutes of the starters yesterday too, right? So he's probably a little bit more fresh than everyone else. Yeah, again, great spot for Sengun, but I can't do it. But whoever likes Sengun, this would be a day to play him. How about some good old Steven Adams, 3.5 points if you can find it anywhere. It's heavy on the juice on the over here.
The Lumberjack's back?
He's back, bro.
Oh, wow. 3.5? That's huge. It's worse than Edie.
I feel like he should get it. Or even his PRA or PR. Probably his PRA. He gets a couple assists. But, yeah, he probably is locked in for 15 minutes here. I mean, that's just 2 buckets against the Hawks here, man. But I don't know where you're going to there's not many books that have it. And the ones that do, it's heavy juice. Like Fliff is minus 160. I don't know. It's not really worth it. Maybe they have you could do them all. If you want to SGP this game, you can ultimate at 0.5 or 1.5.
Wow. Emerson would do that, I bet.
Yeah. Cam Whitmore's questionable, so that'll really matter too for guys like Jalen Green as well. So look out for that. Hawks side, we can't make any decisions because we have no idea if Trey's going to play. If he does play, I would consider unders on guys like Bogdan. Rockets top 10 in transition defense and spot up defense. And that's the 2 plays he's getting most of his points from. He's playing awful. He did not play yesterday, so I don't know if he's still questionable. No, he just didn't see any minutes against.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at that picture.
He was just the DMP and Dyson and Trey were out. Wow. Either they're trading him and they don't want to play him, or he's just in the absolute doghouse, bro.
Bro, that picture, though. Remember how we joke about when we screenshot, like, Aussie players? Look at that one. Wow.
Yeah.
He looks terrible. Poor Bogdan.
Well, shoot, man. I might just take it if he DMPs again, DMPs. But if he plays and he plays like 15 minutes, even better. If they're going to give us him at 11.5 points. Fliff is minus 125. Pinnacle is minus 150, basically. I'll just single bet it, and if he doesn't play again and DMPs, I'll live with it. But he seems like he's in the doghouse, or they're trading him.
11.5. Wow, he's so low.
Yeah, Trey. I would want the under here, but the one weakness of the Rockets is the pick and roll ball handler defense. They're bottom 2, and that is Trey's bread and butter. So I might just stay away from him because he didn't play yesterday, so he's gonna be like the most fresh out there in that game environment. And like I said, that's their main weakness. But yeah, 10 out of 15 guys at his position cleared their points versus the Rockets. But Eamon Thompson is like one of the best on-ball defenders. Definitely top 10 in the league, so you get switched on to him quite a bit. make it hard for him. I'm sure Eamon Thompson will be on DeAndre Hunter too, especially if Trey is out. Dyson is back, but not a good spot for him. Same reason as Bogdan, because he scores mainly in transition and spot-up shooting, and that is the Rockets' forte on defense, man. But, yeah, it just depends if Trey's out or not. If Trey's out, then Dyson's going to have to score. Him and Kongwu and Hunter, so. And then I wouldn't – if Trey plays, I wouldn't mind under on the rookie Zachary here. He, again, scores in transition and spot-up. So it'll be a tough matchup for him. Even with Trey and Dyson out, he still only played 20 minutes yesterday. And he barely got over that line with 11 points because he hit 2 threes. So I might take a stab if those guys are in. Only problem is if Trey's rolled in, I wonder if this line comes down even more or if this is kind of just set currently where he's going to be at 9.5. But yeah, I might just rotate him, Bogdan's unders. Hope Bogdan plays a little bit. That's about it. I'm not messing with the Kongwu in this matchup. It's very average across the board for him. And he's a big on a back-to-back. So, and Hunter, terrible spot for him, but he's gonna have all the shot volume in the world again if Trey is out. He took 21 shots yesterday with Trae Young and Dyson out, so he could just get there in pure volume. Yeah, that's about it, man. I mean, you can consider Eamon again. I hate guys coming off a career game that was a career game for him yesterday, and he hit the game-winning shot. I just can't do it. But it lines up for a good matchup for him again here. Because the Hawks can't stop transition. Have no defense in transition, and they top 2 points near the rim. And yeah, and then obviously Jalen Green, what I said with the 3-point shooting. Ugly though, man. I don't like playing Rockets, to be honest, unless one or two of the main guys are out. So would have been nice if Van Fleet was out. You feel better about Eamon Thompson because all his numbers go up, his playmaking and scoring. So yeah, this is an ugly slate, guys. More and more look at it. Jazz at my lowly Warriors.
Oh.
Steph, man, this happens every year in his latter portion of his career lately. He goes to this major slump. Same thing happened last year. I don't know if it was around the same time or not. I don't remember. But he went through a major slump. And, man, is he going through it right now. Against the Lakers, he scored 13 points in the first half, and then he never scored again in the second half. He went scoreless in the second half. And it's not because he didn't play. He still played 32 minutes. He just couldn't buy a bucket. So he's in a cold streak. This is a bounce back game if he's ever going to get one. Because scoring guards like him feast. From the 3-point line. But I just can't trust him right now, guys. Until I see stuff back. And yeah, all Pods is back too in the mix. That's gonna hurt Steph's playmaking, especially having Pods and Schroeder here, because this is a good playmaking matchup, right? The Jazz give up the most assists, 4th most assists, especially to guards, or point guards. So, but yeah, there's too many playmakers on the team now, man. With Schroeder and Pods being back, so because Pods is going to have 8 to 10 potentials. Schroeder's having about 10 potentials. It's just like really diluted playmaking here. Steph is going to have like around 12. Each of them I can see having like 10 to 12 potentials each. Now TJD has been starting, but he's not been playing much in the second half. They've been going to the rookie Quentin Post, who all the local Warriors fans love. and wanted to see more of. And Steve Kerr said we will see more of him, and he's earned a rotation spot. You see, TJD will start, but then he'll play limited minutes, and then Post will play big minutes in the second half, especially if the game gets out of hand. He'll play big minutes in the fourth. So I want to look out for Quentin Post. I'm curious to see if we get his props now that he's earned like a consistent rotation spot. It's a great matchup for him. He's a stretch big. He can shoot from the outside. But we won't get if we do get his props. It'll be like right before lock, right? There's like deep bench guys. If we do get them, they'll be like 30 minutes before lock. So it all just depends on what his lines are, too. But he's had some really solid games, man, as of late, and so that's why he's earned this new role. He dropped 20 points on the Bulls, albeit it's the Bulls, but this is the Jazz, right? So he should have a good scoring spot here as well. But he's been efficient in limited time. Yeah, so look out for his props. Hopefully get him at a low line too. But the only thing is like him, Looney, and TJD with Draymond being out are pretty much splitting up those center minutes. And then it's Post getting most of the minutes in a blowout because he's getting on the fourth quarter run. But yeah, I would expect TJD to play about 15, 16 minutes and then about Looney and Post about 18 minutes each. So other than that, I mean, 3-point shooting is the way to go against the Jazz here. The bottom two. Wiggins could have a solid scoring spot here. He just got to land his threes. He can be so inconsistent with his 3-point shooting, right? So up and down, dude. And his line's 2.5. No way. Buddy Hield is going through one of his worst shooting slumps. I think he's shooting over the past month like 28% from 3. I heard on the radio today. That is awful, guys.
What has happened?
He's broken right now. Shooter's going to go through slumps, and he's in one right now. But I mean, in the right matchups, like the Kings, not only is it a revenge game there, but Kings spot up shooting, they get torched by it. He hit his threes. This would be it, right? But the Jazz have actually improved their spot up defense. They're just getting killed in transition and off screens. And Buddy scores off of those, and then they're getting torched by the three ball. So, man, if there was ever a get right spot for him and Steph, this would be the game. Especially being at home. 11.5 points is tempting, but again, the Warriors, it's just the minutes, man. Steve Kerr just plays the hot hand. If a guy's playing bad and his backup's playing better, he runs a deep bench. That guy's gonna lose out on minutes. And if you play him, and he only plays 18 minutes, obviously not gonna get that line. So yeah, and Moody steps up in certain spots too, but his minutes are not safe either. So, but yeah, I would say I could see either Moody or Buddy getting their points, and then Wiggins definitely makes sense here, but it's a high line. I'd rather go to a lower line like Buddy or Moody here. So I might just I might alt it or just pick one and roll with it. I'm not entirely sure on which one yet though. Pods, I would say RA or something assist related. I don't trust the scoring. What's his RA? 7.5. Oh man, it's so juiced. Fliff already bumped it to 8.5. It's a really good RA spot for him. What's his? Okay, this is what I don't get. His assists are 3.5, but it's massive juice on the under 3.5 in every book. His assists, but what's his rebound? There's juice on the under rebounds somewhat. So why is there juice on the over in the RA then? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's a great rebounding guard. We know that, right? But he just came back. It's his third game back, so he's not going to play big minutes. I don't know. What are the Jazz giving up to the 2 guard? They're giving up the third most rebounds to the 2 guard. So I would like it better if it was 3.5. Obviously, but 4.5 for guys only going to play 24 minutes. He can get it done in a little bit of time, but I don't want to cheer for that. I'm good on that. I would say look out for Looney's rebounds. If it's 6.5, I would be interested, even if he's playing limited minutes off the bench. And then I look out for Quentin Post points right before lock. I think Looney, I remember him in this game last time. He had a big rebound game. Let's double check and we'll move on. Warriors, this is way early in the season though, right? Yeah, this is way early. Draymond played. Looney had 10 rebounds in 13 minutes. 7 offensive rebounds. I mean, he's going to play more minutes than that today. He's been playing, like I said, he's been playing around 16 to 18 minutes, right? Well, depending on the matchup, for sure. That's the only problem. Good old Steve Kerr. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's a great offensive rebounder, and the Jazz were giving up a lot of offensive rebounds to start the season. Now they're about 12th most. So, but Kessler is out, right? And Collins is, or they're both questionable. No, Collins is out, or Kessler's out, and Collins is both out. They're both out. So, yeah, there's a lot of rebounds to be had here, for sure. On the Jazz side, we don't have any props. Did they just roll out Markkanen too? No, they just might be adjusting after that news because they were questionable, Kessler and Collins, right? Yeah, we'll just have to wait for them to come back. Oh, Clarkson's rolled out. Yeah, this all just happened. Cody Williams rolled out. Markkanen rolled out. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man, guys. This is such a good get-right spot for the Warriors. What did the spread move to? 13.5 in favor of the Warriors. And they're at home. The home crowd's they're gonna chant for Quentin Post. Yeah, let me get Quentin, man. Let me get Post because he's gonna play all that fourth quarter. All right, I gotta set a timer for the game to make sure to check for his props. Okay. I would be interested in Isaiah's assist now that with Clarkson out. And Keontae George is still out? No, he's still good to go. Okay. I would be interested in his assist. All right. Oh, man. Can we go under Drew Eubanks' points, bro? 8.5? I know everyone's out, but Warriors have been holding it down near the basket. Number 1 near the rim. How many minutes is he going to play, though? A little scary, right? Played 31 minutes. All 3 of those guys out had 8 points against the Nets. I might consider it. But it's always scary. Like I said about Nick Richards, he stayed under yesterday at 10.5 points. But he didn't end up playing 30 minutes. But it's always scary going under a guy that's going to play potentially 30 minutes. And their point prop is anywhere from 8.5 to 10.5. And you just get lucky. All right, round it out here, man. Bucks at Blazers. Bucks on a back-to-back here. What's the spread? Oh, it's only 5.5. I was hoping Bucks would be much higher spread because I would consider the Blazers here. Underrated Blazers.
Yay!
They've been playing better, although they haven't been playing the best teams. I mean, they hung with the Thunder, lost by 10.
They suck.
They beat the Hornets.
I hate them.
They beat the Magic. They beat the Heat. They beat the Bulls.
Ever since Dame's been gone, it's not even fun to cheer for. Like, they're just super bummed.
Yeah, but then prior to that,
Super bummed.
I don't blame you.
Ugh. You think you have it bad with the Warriors? Jeez.
Don't worry, you got Simons to save the day.
Mm.
How bad has he been this season, bro? I watched him against, who was it against? The Clippers. 0 of 9, 30 minutes, 0 points. Didn't make a single field goal.
I mean, he can't be the star of the team. He's decent, but he just can't be the star of the team. That's not going to work.
No, he can't. He's just way too inconsistent. He's way too inconsistent. Bucks defense has really stepped up ever since the Cup.
Thank gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but they still play drop coverage, so they're going to give it up to the pick and roll ball handler, which, yeah, they're bottom 6 then. So guys like Simons, that's all he does is pick and roll. Sharp as well. But Sharp, man, he went from being like, we want you to be the main guy to right in the bench now and playing limited minutes, bro.
What happened?
His points all the way down to 13.5, bro. Remember they were just 20.5 the other day?
Yeah, what happened?
Phillips decided to roll with Kamara.
Get Phillips out of here, bro.
Yeah, he wants bunk Kamara.
He does
nothing.
nothing. Phillips is nothing good. Get him out. Start over. Something got to change here. This sucks.
It does. Well, they moved Scoot into the starting lineup, right? So then with Scoot and Grant being back and Scoot in the starting lineup, they either had to make a decision. They were going to with Scoot in the starting lineup. They were either going to have to move Sharp or Kamara to the bench, and they are sticking with Kamara over Sharp. So the ultimate yo-yo. If this isn't the definition of yo-yo, I don't know what it is. 6 points, 23. 0, 17. 0, 16. 11, 24. Is that a yo-yo?
It is. Does it make sense with the teams that he played against there, or is it just straight yo-yo?
No. Straight yo-yo makes no sense.
Doyle Jr. All right.
Yeah, like against the Bulls, 0 points. Hornets, 11 with everyone out, or with Ayton out again, and then 24 against the best defense. Albeit Dort was out, but yeah, I cannot stand this guy, man. He dropped 15 points on the Bucks. Grant was out though. Dropped 15 points in 33 minutes. He scores in transition. Bucks bottom 10 in that. I don't know. I can't figure him out. He's too volatile to bet on. I do it out of spite for him, but yeah, he's too volatile. Yeah, I mean, only thing I like is Aiden's under if he plays. I would consider Denny 3-point attempt or Simon's 3-point attempt, because I did the same thing with Marketing yesterday. He took 12 threes because with the drop coverage of the Bucks, they're forcing all the outside shooting, and they're not going to allow any easy buckets in the paint. So all these guys are going to just chuck from three. They're not going to want to go down low. So just depends on what the lines are. All we have is Simons at 9. That's not the best, guys. That's not the best. I was hoping for Denny, like a really soft line, like 7.5, 5.5 or something like that. 5.5 would have been nice. Look around for it. See, head to head, Simons took 12 threes, made 5 of them. So that makes sense with my theory on that. Denny took 8 threes. Okay, so yeah, exactly what I thought. See if you can find Denny somewhere else, like Dabble. I don't want to trust him to make his threes, but I think we see a lot of outside shooting from him and Simons today, especially if Aiton's out again. So if Aiton's out again, I would consider their 3-point attempts. And I think Grant's on a trade block, so I doubt he's going to play that many minutes. We'll see. He actually might get traded to the Bucks, what I hear. It's a good spot for Scoot too. Again, pick and roll ball handling. But head to head, he didn't do that well in that game. I think he came off the bench. He only played 24 minutes, he had 9 points. But 11.5, if you can find an 11.5 somewhere, feels a lot better than taking Simons at 20 or Denny at 16.5, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll have to wait in the 8 news, man. If Aiton's out, like Donovan's been holding it down in the paint defensively. He doesn't score. I think his points under again. I mean, he shouldn't score against the Bucks here. He had 4 points, 14 minutes. This dude's with Aiton out and Robert Williams. What did he put up? 0 points in 20 minutes against the OKC. 4 points against the Hornets. We give up lead points to centers. 18 minutes. Aiton and Robert Williams were out that game. Yeah. If Aiton, all right, so I'm gonna pivot. If Aiton is out, I'm going Donovan under points. If Aiton's in, I'm going 8 under points. There you go. I don't care. 5.5 points. He could get lucky on me, but I'm willing to risk it. Bucks are top 6 in rim defense. So there you go. And then you got Dame returning to Portland. You wanna ride with Dame? Underrated? I'd never play him.
Nope.
I only play him if you play him.
Nope.
Back in Portland.
Nope.
I'll never forget that game he sold me in the first half against
Yeah,
Portland. First
that
time.
was last year. You still remember it?
Yep. Blew that layup.
Nope. Nope.
Last time he played at Portland, played 40 minutes, 25 points. And he lost. And then
I'm
he played
confused.
Portland.
I'm confused on Dame. I don't know what's going on with his life.
Yeah.
He had his prime
And
and he was injured. And
he's just aging, man. Him and Steph, just aging guards. Yeah, he played the Blazers in Milwaukee 3 weeks ago. 16 points. Blazers actually been pretty decent on 3-point defense, top 8. Seems 50-50 to me, guys. I just don't play Dame. Giannis could have a solid another game here. What did he drop? 31 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. So they probably weren't playing. They're probably playing single coverage on him then, and weren't doubling him. Because only time his assists go up and potentials go up are when he gets double covered or trapped. So you'll probably see single coverage again. You never know though. Every team changes it up versus him, and I hate trying to guessing game on that. But a little bit tougher matchup though. I mean, because yeah, like I said, Donovan's been holding it down in the paint, and Robert Williams will be there too, backing him up. Won't be just Jabari Walker. So those are 2 shot blockers. It won't be that easy, but it is Portland, man. I could see him dropping 30. Might just alt it if you want. I always like alting Giannis to 24.5 points. And then you can alt Dame's assists and rebounds or something like that. This is ugly, guys. Ugly. A lot of pending news too. Let's wait on the Trae Young news. We need more Jazz props after all that news, and I think that's it news-wise we're waiting on, right? And then waiting on yeah, that's it. Just Ayton and Trae Young now. So either way, I'm taking it under on Blazers front court. Anyone got anything else, man?
J. Cole's dame was going through a divorce last season.
I didn't know that. Well, there you go. Makes sense, right?
I wonder what happened. He picked the wrong one?
I'm sure he made some songs on it, right?
I don't know. I do not know.
I'd look out for. Oh, there's Quentin Post. There he is.
Big Quentin.
Ladbrokes. Always Ladbrokes. With these fake ass lines.
Ladbrokes. The hell's that? Like, you know how Patty Pimblett says lad? Is that what that means?
Yep.
And then,
Yeah, I think it's some UK book.
how do they call it? Brokes. Like you're broke if you play? Lads get broke?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Steal your money.
That's crazy. Or the brokerage.
Bro, I think we might get them at 8.5, man, because they're always a little bit too high on their original line when the guy first drops. So I think we will, man. Keith Santos is interesting too. He just shoots threes, so it's a good 3 points. He just chucks. He doesn't care, bro. Even if he's missing 1 of 6, 4 of 5, 5 of 6, 1 of 4, he's just gonna chuck threes. Good spot for that too. And I'm pretty sure he plays cleanup crew. If you think the Warriors can blow him out, he did not play in that blowout. Let's see, against. Yeah, he played. Post played the entire fourth quarter in the blowout against the Celtics, and Santos played pretty much almost near the entire fourth as well. So they're part of the cleanup crew. Buddy, interestingly, played a little bit of the cleanup crew minutes in that last blowout against the Celtics. So, and same thing here. Yep, Santos played the entire fourth in the blowout, and Post played solid minutes too. I think they're worth a shot, guys, with these low lines. Perfect matchups for them, for sure. Look at that. Post won 5 of 10 from 3 against the Bulls. Really good 3 points shooting spot here for him, too. Jazz are bottom 2 in 3-point shooting, especially at his position. So I'm gonna focus on those guys, those low-hanging fruit, and I'm gonna hope for blowout. I hope. All right. We probably won't get the news for Ayton until later tonight. It's a late night hammer, so it's at 10 Eastern.
Would you play it? Would you play it and just be okay with the void if he doesn't play?
Yeah, I mean, I might just straight bet it. I mean, it's minus 120 on Fliff. It's worth just straight betting it, right?
Might as well. The points are the one. I'll put it in right now.
Yeah, he gets rebounds in this matchup. He got 30, played 34 minutes. He had 13 rebounds and 10 points in 34 minutes.
Okay.
And playing with the potential calf and knee problem. Take my chances. Terrible matchup.
Is Fliff the best spot?
I believe so, man. Well, no. Bet365, BetMGM, Pinnacle.
Okay.
Bovada. Bovada. You use Bovada, right? Minus 110 on Bovada.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. I'll just put that in real quick, and hopefully he'll play for 5 minutes, or he'll just suck when he comes in. Either one.
They've been talking about it, like beat reporters. They were asking Billups at the last game, like, oh, it seems like the defense is ramped up in the paint with Ayton out. They're actually playing better without him, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep shutting him down until they trade him. But we'll see.
Damn,
They're
Aiden.
either going to trade Aiden or Robert Williams. Because, I mean, they got Donovan. They really like this young rookie. They can just develop him. They don't need all three of these guys, right? So,
Blazers, oh my gosh.
someone's getting shipped.
They are just so bad. Fuck.
Get you some Andre Jackson under first quarter, 0.5 points. Oh, now it's at 1.5. They bumped it up a little bit.
Bumped.
He's cleared in his last 4. That's why.
Now I can't play it. I was going to take the 0.5, but now if he misses that free throw, I'd be pissed.
Right. He's so bad, man.
That is so funny.
Full game points are up there now too. He used to be 3.5. Now he's 4.5.
Like, who looks at that and is like, yeah, I want to put money on that? It's crazy. Like, why is it even there? All right, I got minus 110, 8 and under 13.5. Let's go.
Because he's volatile. Bookies love volatile props.
Fuck those props, bro.
Yep.
Buy a lottery ticket or something. Why even deal with this?
Yeah. And then I'm going to do Bogdan and I'm going to do Zachary unders, 2 separate slips. Bogdan might DMP again, who knows, but it's great value on Fliff. Minus 125 for the under, 11.5, and it's like minus 150 on Bovada, minus 149 on Pinnacle. But again, he might just not play. But if he does play, even better, because it's probably going to be limited in minutes, right? 15 to 20 minutes. And then, yeah, I'll probably mess with Zachary too. It's just not the best value on Fliff. It's minus 135. Bogdan's value is much better. But Zachary, he'll for sure play. He won't DMP. Yeah, sorry guys, there's not much on this slate, man. I'm not going to force anything either. I mean, already forcing with these unders, low line guys that are not it, but
I mean, you seem to say this sometimes, and then later in the day you find a few gems, so.
yeah, I think the bench guys are going to be key in a lot of these matchups because all these teams on back-to-backs probably going to have some bench pieces playing more. So might be able to find some value. Again, you just got to wait with some of these bench guys. They don't drop them until 30 minutes to an hour before lock, so just got to keep your eye open. 2 games starting at 10 or 7:30 Eastern and 2 starting at 10 Eastern, so they're split half and half. Just kind of nice. You can front load the first 2 games, and if shit hits the fan, then get ready for the 2 late night games. But again, I'm going light today, guys.
Cool, well, I mean, we have one more day before good old Aussie, so just got to get through one more day.
Yeah.
Big Aussie's back.
And then J. Cole's going to play Giannis's dunks again.
Yeah, he loves that. Whatever happened to Kessler and other Gates' favorite? Haven't heard that in a while.
Kessler's been out.
It's kind of sad with no Sabonis plays. Why isn't Big Two talking about Sabonis today?
He's not playing today.
That's why I'm sad. But if Ayton plays, we have one thing to cheer for. That's fun. Fuck you, Ayton.
Yeah, if not, then we just take his counterpart, Donovan. It's gonna be sweaty, man. 5.5.
Ish.
I got no fear, bro.
That one doesn't sound as fun as Ayton, but I'll ride with you if you think it's the way.
I mean, bro, if you can only score 4 points on the Hornets, and now you're going against one of the top 5 interior defense that all they do is play drop coverage and protect the rim. Yeah, he get 3 lucky offensive rebound putbacks, but I'll live with it, man.
So you're so you're playing him now, because
No. For him, I'm gonna wait for the Aiden news because I think what's gonna
gotcha.
happen
Peyton's in.
if the Aiden's ruled out, I think they'll bump this line up a little bit. I think
Gotcha.
because usually when Aiden's out, he's 7.5. But the way he's been playing, I imagine they're gonna go 6.5 instead.
How many minutes
it'll
does he
just-
play?
I think he'll bump a point, like 18 to 22 minutes.
Mm.
With both Aiden and Robert Williams out, he played 18 minutes against the
Who-
Hornets, but I think he got in foul
Who
trouble.
do they play at center?
Jabari, right?
Oh,
Let me
I
just
know.
confirm. Oh, he only had one foul.
he fucking sucks.
Yeah. No, they didn't even go Jabari, bro. They just went small.
Yeah.
They-
Okay.
They went Shaden, Grant, Simons, Denny, and Kamara.
Wow.
So Denny was playing the 5 then.
Oh God, this is reminding me of the old Blazers, like so long when they were just the worst in the league. I hate them.
Yep.
They put Denny on the team too to make it even bunker. Ugh.
Yep.
Jeremy
They
Grant
love
was kind of
Denny.
cool when they got him, but now it's like it's old news. It's
Yeah.
all
They
disgusting.
love
They-
Denny though.
Bro, all those dudes do is just go party after the game. They don't give a fuck about winning. They know they're not going to win. Damn. Simons is probably the only one sad that he's like, fuck, man, I thought I was going to have a good career. Got ruined.
Yep.
Oh, well.
All right, guys.
Where players go to die.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aiden. Sorry, bud.
They'll be good in about 10. They'll be good in 10 years. Them in the Jazz.
Okay, well.
Well, be smart with bankroll today, guys. This is a shit slate, and hopefully we'll be back at it Wednesday, obviously, and hopefully it's a better slate, and we'll have Aussie at night too. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
All right, cool. So
Alrighty.
we'll have a fun one tomorrow.
No
And then
doubt,
Aussie,
no doubt.
Aussie for dessert.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, man.
All right, deuces, guys. I'll catch you on the other side.